I'm NovaKitFox, and this is Dread Play. And quite a bit of a different kind of Dread Play that you probably would expect. This isn't a Let's Play video. This isn't Iceheart doing something with me. This is me, NovaKitFox, doing a personal message to Microsoft. I want to say thank you. Thank you for all the great experiences that you have given me with the Xbox 360 and the original Xbox as well. Your two consoles that you have released so far have been amazing experiences for me. They really just changed what I perceived could happen on a console. With the original Xbox, I never thought really first-person shooters could ever succeed on a console. Medal of Honor, in my opinion, when it was released on the original PlayStation, was a horrible shooter. It's good within its limitations, but I never did care for the series. Same with Time Splitters. I did not like that PlayStation 2 controller for shooters. Then you guys released Halo on the original Xbox, and you blew my mind away. This was a first-person shooter I love on a console. And the experience continued to grow in the Halo series for me. Halo 2. I was excited and enjoyed playing every moment, seeing, holy cow, seeing the war side from the Covenant's point of view a bit. Granted, I'm kind of confused going into Halo 3 with what happened with the Grunts, because you had Grunts change allegiances in the first game in Halo 2, and now they're back to, but that's not your fault, that's Bungie's storytelling. But it still was a great game. Halo 3 with the Xbox 360. That made me so excited. By that point, you had me hooked. I loved Halo, I had my 360, and I was excited for Halo 3 to finally finish the fight. And one of my favorite things about first-person shooters is the co-op. I love the cooperative play. And you gave me the ability to pick the game up with my best friend over Xbox Live and play the game completely through. It was awesome. I loved it. Me and my friend had many hilarious moments playing the game, doing co-op, throughout the Halo series. I remember also my first experience on Xbox Live with Mech Assault. I remember that this would be with my dad, and purchasing that starter kit with the Mech Assault game. Joining Xbox Live, using the credit card that I was only allowed to use for gas. Nothing else. Didn't get caught, thankfully. But I was blown away by the multiplayer experience of Mech Assault. I had fun doing David and Goliath matches in that left and right, creating 4 teams in a 4-way free-for-all, and then losing my partner and having me against everyone else. I remember meeting the characters of Gears of War, becoming a COG soldier, fighting the Locust Horde, closing my first grub hole. I remember first coming across the Lambent wretches. Those guys never made me more nervous in a shooter. I've taken out waves and waves, and all of a sudden seeing this glowing monster running up at me and going, oh crap, and changing my priorities so fast. Midtown Madness 3 on the original Xbox. Another great game I loved. I really wish we would have continued the franchise and made a Midtown Madness 4 or a new reboot the franchise on the 360. I remember being in the FLE squad, me and a group of guys that would always have to be online at the same time and finding each other in the games. We would always use the FLEs in Midtown Madness 3. It was a blast. I remember the Xbox Live Arcade that you introduced on the 360. A great way for indie gamers to be able to release their games to the public, to get more exposure than they ever thought they could. to turn an indie gamer from, well, nothing into what could very well become the next big hit studio out there. Or getting these gamers into big studios from like Valve or EA or BioWare, so on. Even though I'm not an Xbox exclusive, I've purchased majority of all the consoles over the years. I have a PS3 and a Xbox 360 right now. But with the Xbox generation, this current generation I have to say, the 360 generation, I always leaned my preference towards the 360. Why? Well, first off, your controller. So comfortable in my hand. I love it. I use this for my PC gaming all the time. In fact, if you can't tell, I custom painted one. I like it that much. The Xbox Live service was also so much better and still currently has that much more of an edge over a PlayStation Network. The ability to communicate to any of my friends, voice chat, no matter what they're doing. Be one watching Netflix, be one playing Resident Evil, while I'm playing Halo, and the fourth is bowling. Yeah. That was great. We could chat, we could get connected, and talk and have fun with each other, laugh at each other's experiences. It made it easy for us to really get into each other's games. It really did. The Xbox Live service is amazing and peaked greatly on the 360. You improved it so much from what it was in the original Xbox. Even though you made some changes that I feel were very poor decisions, like advertisements for your paying subscribers. And I don't really like having to boot up my 360 and see an ad for Doritos, Mountain Dew, Old Spice, the TV show on TV, and so on. I don't need those ads. I'm paying you $50, now $60 a year for this. Really, do you really need those ads from me? I also remember other great experiences, and because I liked the 360 so much, a lot of my gaming decisions were purchased towards 360. Grand Theft Auto 4, Red Dead Redemption, I purchased on the 360 rather than my PS3. I remember playing Nico Bellic. I remember being amazed by the first time I seen Liberty City on the 360 this generation. And actually, being the first Grand Theft Auto game, I honestly felt like I was in a living, breathing city. It was amazing. I loved all the little detail of that game. And I experienced it on your system, the Xbox 360. And I remember with Red Dead Redemption, how massive that world felt. That if riding a horse across the Wild West. I remember the first time I had a purely random encounter. I was riding through the Wild West, and some guy runs up to me and says, "They're hating my wife. Help me!" And an objective just instantly appears, says, "Help him." And I follow him, and sure enough, there's a Dead Man's Rock or whatever it's called. There's somebody about to be hanged. I remember shooting that rope to free them and taking out the people trying to kill that person. Experienced on the Xbox 360. I remember my experiences with Forza over the generations. And Forza, and still in my book, is far superior than Gran Turismo. You have features that I wish were in Gran Turismo. You have the ability for scuffing to your car, for the wings and small bumpers to fly off. Accurate damaging to your cars. If I sit there at the start-finish line revving my engine really hard, I'm going to damage it. I hit that guy too hard, I'm going to have steering issues. And then don't forget the fact that I could customize my car like crazy. Not only could I do all the tuning and all the parts and all that stuff like Gran Turismo did, I could customize how it looked. I could create a homage to Mega Man on those cars, or an homage to Naughty Bits on those cars. Remember racing those cars against other people online from around the world. remember taking the Bentley Continental in Forza 1 and races I should never take it on, like the New York track, where played normally, the very first turn is 290 degrees, like that, forming a hairpin. And yelling over the Xbox Live headset, "Make way for the boat," and watching all those other players go, "Oh shit," and dodge out of the way as I go down full speed and slam into the wall. Everyone laughing. Resident Evil 5. Another great experience that I've had on your system. I remember playing that with my friend over co-op Iceheart, my fellow compatriot on this channel, Dreadplay. Remember playing with the game with him, working to get unlimited ammo, all the cheats, all the little unlocks and stuff, playing with the different costumes, and just having a blast. Remember running from the chainsaw guys, and they're going, "Oh shit, look out behind you!" So on. Your systems, the Xbox and the Xbox 360, have provided so many hours of enjoyment in my life. So many games I found amazing and experienced on your console, even if it wasn't only for Xbox. Which is why this next generation, it's painful for me as a fan of your product, as someone who has remember playing the original Xbox at a friend's place and going, "Holy cow, I have to buy this," and getting it. Getting the 360, playing the games, playing the co-op, the Xbox Live downloads, all that stuff, from Pac-Man Championship DX, Dust and Illusion, Legend Tale, picking up classics like Castlevania Symphony of the Night, which is ironically the only game I have 100% achievements in, but I never did really get them. Roommate. You have given me, and as I'm sure, millions upon millions of other gamers out there throughout the world. Smiles, laughs, screams, anger, all that stuff. Yes, we've had our hiccups together. I'm on my technically third Xbox 360. The first one Red Ring, the second one Red Ring, and now I'm still using my Halo 3 Limited Edition 360 still. I'm still using it. It's giving me plenty of great life. Even though as much as I want the new Slim consoles, I still enjoy the Halo Edition. Still there with me. But the decisions that you have decided to impose on us, the gamer, with the lack of a better word, your consumer, the people who give us our money to you to provide us a great product, we're the calves, and you're the we're basically the calves, and you are the mother cow, and you're souring, however you want to say the word. You're making the milk sour for us. And that's why I'm saying goodbye, Microsoft. The checking in once every 24 hours. Making it mandatory. Why? You are eliminating so many potential customers. Not just of the hardcore, like me, but of the casuals and the people who live in the countrysides, who use your console, the Xbox 360, to get so many great experiences. Then taking them all out of the picture, saying goodbye. They're not the ones wanting to say goodbye, Microsoft. I'm sure many of them are going, "Microsoft, give me a hug. I missed you. I want you." But you're the ones going, "Bye. Yeah, you're not cool enough. Yeah, you haven't updated your Facebook in like 3 days. Yeah, you're just not in the cool crowd anymore. Sorry. Bye." This is what you guys are doing. to all those customers, to servicemen, the military, who are in Iraq, in Afghanistan, in North Korea, South Korea, I should say, all over the world, and on bases, and here in our very own states, on ships, deployed. Your 360 has helped keep many entertained. And you're telling them, sorry, but no, you can't have our you can't use our Xbox One because you already have our great offline product, the 360. So no to enjoying these new wonderful experiences like the next Halo. I feel my heart is broken that I am not going to be able to experience the next Halo because of your decisions. You ask any of my friends, I'm a Halo fanboy. I have figurines left and right, many boxed, many unboxed, that started when Joyride Studios started producing the very first ones. I remember sending in my pay stub, the UPC on the box, to get the active Camo Master Chief, which my friend broke. Scott. I have the collector's editions of Reach, which is one of my favorite collector's editions I've ever purchased. You created that illusion of me getting something from the future. Right from the moment I opened that box, that letter that was on the top saying, sorry this took you so long to getting this. You know how shipping is out here in the outer rim. To the assembly guide. All and everything designed to look like it's from the future, to give you that illusion here in the real world, which is something you didn't have to do, but you did. You guys did it. It was awesome. I love it. I have one of those concept artworks framed that was limited. I couple 500, I think, tops. I got for Christmas, framed it up on the wall in my room. The Master Chief sliding down this hall with sparks coming off his armor, firing the submachine guns. But I won't be able to experience that. And neither will experience the Master Chief's journey, I should say, again. And neither will any of those people in the countryside that are deployed across seas because they don't have a good internet connection. Or can't have an internet connection. Even though a part of me says I could forgive the 24 hours experience, always online, I have to be checking in every 24 hours. What I can't forgive is the used games policy. Now, I worked at GameStop for 5 years. Yes, I know a lot of people feel that GameStop is, well, sticking up everyone's rear ends when it comes to the used games. I mean, I'll admit, giving you $1 for Madden and then charging $20 for that same copy, yes, that's a bit redunculous. Yes, I said redunculous. But they're a company. They're a business. Just like you are working to make money, GameStop makes money. And where do they make money? I guarantee you they're not making really much money off the brand new sales of all those 360 games, those Xbox 360 consoles. And the future Xbox One and the future consoles and games, they're making it off the accessories, the strategy guides, the used game sales. That's where they're making their money. But there's another half of it. Take GameStop out of the equation altogether. Take pawn shops out of the equation altogether about them making money off this. This is about the consumer. Your consumers. And this message can apply to all the developers who are thinking about putting the DRM on their games, saying, no, you can't trade these. What you're doing is this. I have learned from my experience at GameStop that gamers who buy used, 9 times out of 10, are buying used because of 2 reasons. One, because they can't afford that game new. They might be on allowances. They might be strapped for cash. They wait for the games to get used because they just don't have the money, so they buy it used. And two, the gamers who are unsure of the franchise. It's a new IP. I remember thinking when Dead Space came out, EA making a scary survival horror game? They could never touch Silent Hill or Resident Evil with Dead Space. That game's gonna be holy cow, this is awesome. I love this franchise. In fact, my background right now is Dead Space. Many gamers picked up that game used because they didn't know what to expect. And I know tons of gamers, from personal friends of mine to the customers I had sold games to at GameStop, that have experienced games like Dead Space 1, Mass Effect 1, and so on, that they purchased it used, or even better, they borrowed it from a friend, which now you are essentially eliminating. And went, oh my god, this game is awesome. This game is amazing. I have to have it. In fact, one of my friends I was talking to today about this whole issue says he would have never, ever touched the Mass Effect series, high odds I should say, if he wasn't able to experience the first one used. Or borrow it from a friend. Because after he experienced that first one, he's like, this is awesome. Got the brand new one, new. Got the third one. Gets two, new. Third one, new. And many other gamers out there do this. They're unsure of the waters within a franchise. A new one, so they test it. And if they don't fall in love, well, you're not going to get them back even if they purchased a new copy. You're not going to get them to purchase the sequel. If they loved it, they're going to buy the next one new. And here's the other thing. A lot of those gamers that do that get rid of their old games. Your gamers trade in their old games and they put it towards new ones. Now you are restricting that flow. You are now literally pretty much saying, is like, I can't take my copy of the game I purchased, I paid you the $60 for, and sell it where I can sell it. You're now saying I have to sell it here, here, and here only. I can't go anywhere else. That's like saying that Jeep I have, that my car is a Jeep. That's like saying I purchased a Jeep. I'm sorry, but I cannot resell my Jeep to anyone but these select people. That's like saying I can't resell the chair I'm sitting in but to these select places. That means I can't go to Craigslist and sell a game to someone on there that was looking for a good deal. That I can't give it to a friend. Now you say I could give it to a friend as long as I'm on my friends list for 30 days. But I can't loan it to them. I can't let a friend experience a new game on his own time, his own stuff. And then if I did that, I could never get it back. It's destroying the market. It's gonna destroy the market. And the whole, I saw your article about, well, the reason why you're doing this, because it's unfair to put the responsibility of buying a new game on the new purchaser. Well, that's the way it is. And gamers don't have a problem with that. We don't have a problem with that. It's the developers that do. I look at it this way. They're getting their cut of the pie. They're getting their cut when I pay $60 for a new game. I'm not told that I don't have Ford or Jeep coming to me wanting to get a cut of the money that I got from selling my previous vehicle. Or the people who built the houses that we live in going, hey, you just sold your house. I want some money. And you may say, like, well, those are different. Like, well, you talked about money. Millions and millions of dollars goes into the development of these games. I know. Gaming has grown vastly over the years. From when I started literally playing the Atari back in the days, really getting into the Nintendo and going from there. It's gone from where you can develop a game for like $1,000 to now to develop a game like Call of Duty, Halo. You need hundreds $100 million. I understand it's expensive, but you're now wanting all these other people to have to pay because of that. You're getting your cut of the pie. You're the really out there, the only industry that's griping and getting upset over this. I don't hear car manufacturers getting upset that the millions and millions of dollars they spent developing that next Ford Mustang, they're getting none of the pie when that Mustang is sold to someone else at a Honda dealership. And Honda's not even getting that money. It's the dealership. They're getting that money. Or to the person on Craigslist. You want more money, we understand. You want gamers to spend more money, you gotta make the product that much better. The gaming now, the shovelware being shoveled out left and right by developers, you gotta work. Gotta work harder, yes, to get the gamers, but you do a great job, you get loyal gamers. And because of all your decisions with the used games DRM, with the this is the biggest one, is the used games restriction, or limiting me to, I can't trade it to my friends who I want to physically, and they have to be on my friends list. I can't sell it to where I want to. You're destroying the ability for gamers to try out new experiences. You are destroying that. You're destroying the potential for a gamer who's unsure of a franchise, unsure of a game, from buying that copy new because they can't rent it. They can't borrow it from a friend. You're pretty much going, you want to experience this new game? Oh, yeah, sure. Can I try it out? Oh, yeah. Well, it's $60. You can play it. Well, I want to try it out. Can I borrow my friend's copy? No, you got to buy it. Trust us. This is an absolutely amazing game. Well, you say it's amazing. But what if I don't like it? Well, it's $60. Come on. You're destroying that. You're gonna lose customers. To sum it up, I'm not buying an Xbox One. I'm gonna miss some of my favorite franchises. I'm gonna miss Dead Rising 3. I'm gonna miss the next Halo. I'm gonna miss Titanfall, which, yeah, Call of Duty, but oh my god, mechs and jump packs, that looks awesome. Rise, whatever. Quicktimius Maximus, yeah. A fan of the Xbox 360, a fan of the original Xbox. You have given me great enjoyments. You made me cry. You made me laugh. You made me scream. You made me get nervous. You made me uneasy. And I loved every moment of it with the games I experienced on your systems. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to enjoy all those games on the 360 and the Xbox One. Thank you. And goodbye. Goodbye, Master Chief. Goodbye, Forza. Goodbye, Dead Rising. Goodbye, Titanfall, even though it's not out yet. Goodbye. I sincerely wish and hope I could say, welcome you back into my arms, Microsoft. Give me a hug when Halo comes out for the Xbox One. Because I hope by then you have changed stuff on the Xbox One to make it something I can and want. I hope other gamers out there see this message, and other gamers that are watching this, grab your web camera, grab your phone, record a message, and tell Microsoft thank you. Thank you for all the wonderful experiences that you have given us on the Xbox and the Xbox 360. And goodbye. I'm NovaKitFox. Goodbye, Microsoft. You've been a great friend. I hope we can be friends again down the road.